Have you ever looked at a person and thought, what is underneath that skull? The brain anatomy. But then you ask, how do I read that? That is possibly a question you would ask if you've seen this MRI. And guess whose MRI this is? Yes, this is my MRI. And this incredible product that you all will get in this episode, I will lead you step by step. And this comes with my sing-along song as well. But you all will learn how to read this with my sing-along song. And you get to have this product anywhere on the planet. Oh, wow, this is 3D. So you actually get to see this in a 3D way. Wow, come on and sing along with me. Have you ever wondered the anatomy of the brain? Tune in and sing along with me. We have the frontal in the front. We love our brain so much. We have the parietal in the middle. Then in the back is the occipital. On the sides is the temporal lobes of the brain. Like this if you love learning. And make sure to stay tuned at the end for your free product MRI of the brain anatomy that can help you learn and grow mindfully. And yes, this product is 3D. We have the Singulate Gyrus that helps with malinutrients to better our operation. We have the olfactory nerve that helps with smells. Yes, processing tiny molecules. Then we have the amygdala, the stria terminalis. Then we have the septal nuclei. Thank you, my miracles, for the ways we unite. We have the longitudinal stria. Then we have the hippocampus. Then we have the fornix. Then we have the thalamus. We have the corpus callosum, the septum pellucidum. Then we have the cerebellum. Then we have the pituitary gland because we're doing everything we can. Then we have the pons, the list goes on and on. We have the hypothalamus, to which the pituitary connects. Then we have the cerebellum, then the midbrain. And not a creature is the same because we are special and unique. And yes, you are antique. Thank you for singing along with me. We have the medulla, then the spinal cord. But wait, there is so much more to explore. Especially when you look at MRIs. Come on and let's give this a try. We have the Singulate Gyrus that helps with malinutrients to better operations. We have the olfactory nerve that processes smells, processing tiny molecules. Then we have the amygdala, but wait, the amygdala and hippocampus is a little outwards from this. So let's get the next MRI. Come on and give this a try. And here we see the longitudinal stria, and then the hippocampus, and here is the amygdala with this. And from the amygdala goes the stria terminalis.
Then we have the septal nuclei. Thank you all for the ways we unite. Then we have the longitudinal stria. Then the hippocampus, which is a little outwards from this. Then we have the fornix that comes off the hippocampus, as seen in this other image. Then we have the thalamus. We have the corpus callosum, also known as callosum. Then the septum pellucidum. Then we have the cerebellum, then the midbrain, and not a creature is the same. Then we have the pons, the list goes on and on. We have the medulla, then we have the spinal cord. But wait, there's more. We have the pituitary gland, also known as the pituitary, that helps with hormones that make emotions for you and me. We have this incredible sacred brain, and not a creature is the same, but you can learn with me, so we can be family. We have the olfactory nerve, then we have the oculomotor. We have the amygdala, the stria terminalis, then we have the septal nuclei. Thank you, my miracles, for the ways we unite. We have the longitudinal stria. Then we have the hippocampus. Then we have the fornix. Then we have the thalamus. We have the corpus callosum, the septum pellucidum. Then we have the cerebellum. Then we have the pituitary gland because we're doing everything we can. Then we have the pons, the list goes on and on. We have the hypothalamus. Then we have the mammaliar body off of the fornix. We have the midbrain, to which not all is the same, because everyone is special in their own special way. We have the tectum. Then we have the medulla. Then the spinal cord. Subscribe if you want to learn more of the anatomy to explore. Glad that you all was singing along to this very specially created song. Now you know how to read this Now you know how to read this MRI. Sing along and give this a try. And just to think that this incredible product is literally based off of my own very MRIs. How incredible and very special. And now everyone can have this incredible product anywhere on the planet. And just to think that this incredible product is literally based off of my own very MRIs. How incredible and very special. And now everyone can have this incredible product anywhere on the planet. I pray that you all enjoy this incredible, amazing product. And if you would just give a like, share, and subscribe, make sure that everyone on the planet gets this product. That would make me so happy. In order to make this very special project for this class, the first thing that you will have to do is print one side out. And in order to make this double-sided, you need to put the paper up to a window and trace over the other side. Afterwards, make sure to color efficiently, and then afterwards you are going to get some clear packaging tape or lamination paper. What you will do is you will laminate with clear packaging tape by making sure to adhesive one row at a time and then flatten it down very smoothly. Next, we will cut out each piece very carefully. Next, make sure to get a piece of cardboard. The width of this will be 7.5. The length of this will be 10.5. Make sure to measure properly. The next step in creating this incredible, amazing project, what we will do is we will grab the cardboard that we had, and what we are going to do is put the paper over that and laminate the entire thing. You will find out why very soon. I know I look a bit sloppy, but this is just a demonstration of how to do this. We size and measure the piece, and then we would adhesive and flatten it down. And now we will turn this around and then fold the adhesive edges onto the other one. Just so we can connect the two parts. We will continue folding the edges. After we are done with that, that should look like this. This is my personal MRIs of my brain. And this is what this product is based on, is the MRIs of my brain. Now, I will tell you all that you cannot see the hippocampus on this scan because the hippocampus is actually outwards. So when we put this product together, and you can see the hippocampus in this image here, and you can see the longitudinal stria branching off, going back to this image, and that is why the hippocampus is not visible in the middle, as you can see. And so that means that the way that we are going to do this puzzle is the way that the MRI shows. Now what we are going to do is we are going to base the puzzle off of my MRI. The longitudinal stria will go over the corpus callosum. Some say the corpus callosum, but to me, that is not spelled that way. I pronounce things as that is spelled. So here we have this piece, which is not going to be included until after we get to that part. So we will have the thalamus here in the middle. Again, as you can see, the thalamus in the MRI here. We also have the olfactory nerve, and you can see the branches coming off of the olfactory nerve, as that is for smelling. So this would go underneath this fornix here. And that connects the septum pellucidum, or the septal nuclei, to the longitudinal stria. The septum pellucidum is supposed to be underneath the corpus callosum, aka the corpus callosum. I like to pronounce things the way that I like to pronounce it. Now you all can pronounce that as corpus callosum, while I pronounce that as that is spelled. Thank you. Only the tip of the fornix to the thalamus, okay? And so what we will do next is we are going to pull this piece of the hippocampus outwards. But as you can see, we need to connect the thalamus closer to the stria terminalis. And this is what the hippocampus does, is the hippocampus pulls outwards while the fornix goes close to the thalamus. So we want to keep the fornix close to the thalamus, but we want to pull that hippocampus out. And this is something that I give permission for classrooms to do. I give permissions for you teachers that teach class students to share my project with the students. This is why I make these episodes, is to make education fun for you all. And I do pray that you enjoy this. Now once the cingulate gyrus is onto there, with a little bit of space between the other one, we will now move on to making sure this is cut and adhesive correctly. So what we are going to do is we are going to adhesive this piece on both sides. So that way we know that this is going to stay flat. So we are going to do this just like this. And then we're going to lift this up. And here on the other side, we're going to turn this around and flatten this piece onto there. Just like that. Very good. That way we know that this piece will stay in place. And then what we do is we're going to, in order to have this piece going outwards, we're going to flatten it just like this. That way it will be forced to curve this way. We have to take the amygdala with the hippocampus there and make sure also to fold that piece so this piece can also fold outwards with the hippocampus just like this. Okay, so what we are going to do is fold the hippocampus and the stria terminalis back so that way that will be forced to go outwards. And then we are going to unfold this, and this should look like this, to where the hippocampus and the amygdala is outwards, just like this. And this should look like this, to where the hippocampus and the amygdala is outwards, just like this. These pieces should be established like this. The amygdala and the hippocampus is sticking outwards this way. The rest of the pieces will be flat to the edge, just like that. What we are doing is making sure that the hippocampus and the amygdala is adhesive together and outwards from this part, as you can see. Very good. And by the way, yes, there is 2 hippocampi, meaning multiple. There's 2 of them. There is 2 amygdalas. There is 2 septal nuclei on different sides of the brain. So keep note of that. But what brings that together is the next part that is called the corpus callosum. Some say callosum, I say callosum, because that is how that is spelled. But that is what brings these 2 sides of the brain together. How amazing! And we are going to measure the distance between one piece and the other. Make sure to hold that up so you can have the approximate sizing. there on this we have 1.6 inches. And what that means is we are going to get a pen and a paper and we are going to measure the distance. And mine measures at 1.6. Here's 1.5. Here's 1.6. We are going to fold the paper at 1.6. Just like that. Very good. Now we know that this is the width of the brain piece. Make sure that the entire paper measures the same. You need to color that the same color that the rest of the corpus callosum will be, which is blue. And this particular cartoon part of the brain. Now the pieces are colored so that you can recognize that, but in real life that is similar colors to the cingulate gyrus. Before we cut this, we want to make sure that this is laminated very well. We'll flatten the lamination down, turn this around, and then laminate the other side. This is going to be so exciting. Now it is time to cut. Make sure that this is measured all the way through so you did not mismeasure anything. Now what we will do to create the corpus callosum will be, we will make sure to adhesive that and then adhesive that on both the front and the back to start this out. You want to start this out in the middle. And then we are going to wrap this all the way around, okay? This is so exciting. After this piece is finished, we will get ready to put that on to the brain puzzle. Very good. That should look like this afterwards. Now you can see the corpus callosum here, also known as the corpus callosum. I say that as that is spelled. And now we will add this on each side. The side to which is rounded will be at the end. There's 4 parts of the corpus callosum, and we will go over that very soon. Now we will be putting this on here. Adhesiving we can. See how this now sits up on here? Then we will just connect the 2 sides just like this. And adhesiving the olfactory nerve in this correct spot here, then what we can do is adhesive this just like that, and that way that the hippocampus and the amygdala is outwards to the correct part. Now it is time for the septum pellucidum, and we're just going to set this just underneath the corpus callosum, also known as the corpus callosum. As you all know, I have my ways of pronouncing things. And now we will measure the same measurement between here, and we will color that pink and gray. After the paper is colored gray and pink in the pattern, now it is time to laminate both front and the back. And then we'll cut that out and do just as we did to the corpus callosum, aka the corpus callosum. I pray this episode goes viral. And everyone will have a chance to have an education in this way. And now we adhesive both sides here. Very good. And we wrap this around, making sure that aligns. Afterwards, we have now accomplished the septum pellucidum. Very good. What we will do in order to place the septum pellucidum onto the corpus callosum, as some say callosum, we are going to grab the adhesive and then we are going to roll it to where the sticky side is on the outside. And that way, when we place this on here, that will just stick. Take a look. Wow. Very good. Look at how amazing this is, you all. I have never seen anything like this. This is extremely special. And now we connect the cerebellums. Now there are two cerebellums, so make sure that they are separated with no piece connecting. The only parts that will connect will be shown in the middle. The other parts will be on the edge, so that you know that there is two of them. Okay, very good. Next, it is time to work on the pons. And remember what we had to do with the corpus callosum and the septum pellucidum? Well, we have to do that with the pons because there's only one pons and there is only one brainstem, and so we have to make sure this is only one. Ready? When you have the piece that you connect the pons to, you wrap this around, go from the start of the top of the pons, and then go all the way around. Mark where you are supposed to color the different colors that represent the different parts. Make sure to do both sides, and then now it is time for lamination. And then we'll start with this end. And now we will connect the midbrain, the pons, the medulla, and the spinal cord to this edge of the cerebellum here. Just in this particular spot, just above the middle piece of the cerebellum is where we will connect the top of these pieces with adhesive. Just as you see here, the midbrain, the tectum, then the pons here, and then the medulla here, and then the spinal cord here will be put in the middle. And take a look, you all. This is starting to look incredible. We have to align this as well. Very nice, you all. And now it is time to connect the pituitary. Most people call the pituitary, even though that is spelled nothing like that sounds. We will connect this to the midbrain. Here is the pituitary, then this upper piece is the hypothalamus, and then we are going to connect this through the midbrain here, after the hypothalamus. Since this is a practice model, we do have a bit more spaced out so that we can actually see what is connecting and seeing the different parts. And so the pituitary, also known as the pituitary, that is said nothing as that is spelled, but if you say that as that is spelled, it is pituitary, because that is in the pit of the brain. That is why PIT is there, but they say pituitary. like some other letters there. But anyway, you all. So here you will put the pituitary in the pit, connected to the midbrain, okay, after the hypothalamus. So now you all have a 3D model of the brain. Very good. This is so enjoyable, and you can look at this in all different directions. This sure does make education fun, you all. Last but not least, we will make sure to put the facial piece on the edges. And now we will make sure to adhesive string on the top. Now you can just take regular string and make sure it is on the top. And now we will just have this to where this can be held up. And that way you can see this by any angle that you would like. Very good. And what we will do here is we will put this up on the wall to where you could see this and adjust this properly to what you want. If you want to see that from the front, then you will have this up at the particular angle that you would like. Yes, it's a bit difficult to adjust. If you want this to be turned around on the back, then you can do so. I'm going to leave this at the front as for now. And now take a look at this incredible product, you all. And just to think that this incredible product is literally based off of my own very MRIs. How incredible and very special. And now everyone can have this incredible product anywhere on the planet. I pray that you all enjoy this incredible, amazing product. And if you would just give a like, share, and subscribe, make sure that everyone on the planet gets this product. That would make me so happy. And just to think that this incredible product is literally based off of my own very MRIs. How incredible and very special. And now everyone can have this incredible product anywhere on the planet.